All right. So this is my weekly setup here, my weekly breakdown, starting with the pairs that I am not choosing. Okay, so first off, we got Euro SEK. Daily just looks really messy here, as you can see. We're just having a lot of candles kind of going to the side here. I'll rather see, linear movements, either bearish or bullish, like so. Not this, but this. Not this, but this. So I'll pass on Euro SEK, GBP USD. No clear take profit. Looks like we're at the higher high, but no clear take profit right now for me to jump in. USD NOK, we're at the lower low. Okay, no clear take profit pass for now. USD JPY, looks like we're coming back into our area of interest here. But for me, it's more so of where do we take profit right now? It would be sales, and our take profit would be like right here. But at the moment, yeah, after we have the structure, the only thing is if we were to take sales here, after we would have the structure break, which would be way down here for daily, then we only, it's so short in terms of the take profit, it's so short from here. I mean, we still can, technically, it's not too bad, but we'll need the shift here, right? And then I just don't think the shift's gonna come until later into the week. You know what I'll do is I'll put this as yellow, and I'll put this week. This could happen. We could see this, even though it'd be pretty close to the take profit, but this could happen, right? All right, Euro AUD. Here we'll be looking for buys, but right now we just need a clearer counter. We'll just need like a clear counter because weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, and I just don't think, yeah, in order for us to take counter, we would have to go bearish on the daily, and you can see our shucker shift will be pretty close to this take profit. So no counter, and as far as the let me see, as far as the buys here, yeah, we're just having a lot of daily movement here on the daily, so I wouldn't take buys. Euro NOK, price still looks sideways on the weekly. Price still looking pretty sideways on the weekly. GBP NZD, far from AOI. As you can see, we don't have no clear AOI unless it's the daily right here. But we'll be looking for sales, right? We'll be looking for sales. So we have a lot of sideways daily movement, but that, and we're not even in sync to take sales. So it's no clear trade there. Okay, AUD CHF, waiting for price to go closer to a clear AOI, kind of in the middle here. So we just need price to get a little clearer, closer to an AOI, as you can see here. Yeah, I mean, we could take a daily, like a daily AOI, but all this movement here in the daily it's not my type. AUD NZD, okay. We're at a weekly lower low. I mean, technically, you can even say that this is somewhat of an AOI, right? Let's say this is somewhat of an AOI. Look like this. But it's just not clear. It's a really big AOI, so I wouldn't even classify that as a solid, legitimate AOI. So I say this is just like in the middle, kind of on the way right now. But I wouldn't even consider this as trade. You know why? Because here, the weekly lower high and lower low are just too far apart. GBP JPY, same thing, but on the daily, the lower low and the lower high and lower low are just too far apart. A lot of internal structure. Gonna pass on that. NZD CAD, same thing, but here the higher low and the higher high. Euro CHF, weekly, looks really messy on the weekly here, as you can see. It's kind of consolidating too, is what's happening on the daily. Same thing, this sideways movement. I don't like to trade all this mess. let it pass. Euro JPY, we just broke here what we had here for our this consolidation that I was not trading. We just broke that. So what I'd be looking for is just now a pullback, somewhere in a pullback closer to an AOI around here. That's what I would look for. So some sort of pullback closer to an AOI. Like that to come back, and then I would look for buys, and then my take profit will be somewhere in here. Yeah. But for now, I'm not even looking at that right now because price can just do its thing. I want to see it clear. I want to see it pull back first and kind of do what I wanted to do before I even look at this pair, because it remained in this consolidation now since last year of August. So almost a year it remained like this. So I'm not too excited to jump into Euro JPY. Now CHF JPY is still doing that, still having a sideways movement, so I passed. USD CHF, we're at the lower low right now, waiting for more structure. Euro USD, too close to this take profit if we were to jump in right now. We need to see more structure because we're just at the higher high. Euro CAD, messy on the daily, as you can see, doing this messy action. So I don't want to get in while it's messy like this. I want to see a higher high. I want to see it go a lower low from here. It's been doing this. It's been kind of going sideways since last month, but still, if we look on the weekly, yeah, we're close to the take profit too, but I just don't like this. The way this looks. This looks kind of consolidative, so I'm passing on that. All right, I'll bring this pair up to this week, and then let's start with this week. So the pairs that I have for this week, kind of a lot, right? Kind of a lot. Okay, so let's start here at the top. For this week, I got Euro SGD. A lot of these I'm waiting for daily pullbacks. Okay, this is for buys, just waiting for a daily pullback into this zone right here, and then we'll look to take our trade up. USD CAD, we're waiting for a daily pullback candle close, looking for sales. NZD CHF, we're currently waiting for a daily pullback into sales. Okay. GBP CAD, we're looking for a counter sell right here, but first we need a daily pullback. AUD USD, we're looking for a clearer shift of structure. Okay, right now, weekly is bullish, but you can see this long candle here, just causing a little confusion. So I want this to clear out a little bit. Ideally, a higher high. Okay, ideally a higher high up here, and then a pullback, and then I'll be looking for buys. My take profit will be way up here. So this will be a good trade, but I want to see a higher high first. So a clear daily shift of structure is what I'm looking for here. Clear daily shift of structure up here. AUD JPY, it's not in sync right now. The weekly is currently sales. Daily is currently buys. So I want to see a shift of structure. I would be looking for sales ideally here, but I need to see a shift of structure down here. This could happen in a few days on the daily. USD ZAR, okay, we'll be looking for sales. Now, even though once we get the break here, well, actually, this is currently a pullback. I would classify this as a daily pullback. As you can see, the weekly is bearish as well. So what we're doing right here is we're just looking for a shift of structure. This shift of structure on the weekly is not going to happen until here, like down here. Okay, unless we have a higher high. Unless we get a higher high, and we do something like that, make a shift of structure, and then we can start going lower, closer to this AOI. But right now, our next shift of structure will be down here. I'm going to go ahead and throw an alert right here, and we'll be pretty close to our take profit. So I'm just going to throw an alert right here, and that'll be our 4-hour shift of structure. All right, so I'm just going to color this blue, and I'll bring this up later. This will go into today's category. USD SGD, right now we're looking for counter buys. Our take profit is going to be here at this guy, this next structure point over here. We're pretty close to a lower low, so most likely this is going to go into our not tradable category. If we go lower low, we close below. If we close below this guy right here, just for clarification, we close below that guy right there, that structure point, then we'll be out of monitoring. Okay, so all we're looking for now on the daily is a shift of structure up here. Okay. USDCNH, we're currently looking for a daily shift of structure, and then we'll be taking buys. Right, so our shift of structures are here. CAD JPY, we're currently looking for new shift of structure, which is right up here. Pretty close, actually. Euro NZD, what we're looking for is a daily pullback. We're looking for buys right here. Okay, so we're looking for a pullback. That's all we need. And then we'll start looking at the lower time frames. Our target, our take profit will be right here, right up here. USD SEK, we're currently looking for a clear accumulation. Okay, we're looking for clear accumulation. I'm actually going to move this too. This is a sell. Okay, we had a daily pullback. We had a 4-hour pullback. So we're just looking for a clear accumulation. This is starting to accumulate, but I want to see it clear. And I'm actually going to move this. I'm going to actually paint this to pink for accumulation. USD MXN, we're waiting for a daily pullback here. And then we'll be taking sales. Our take profit is going to be down here at this next structure point. All right, just a few more here. AD CAD, we are currently looking for sales. We're going to be waiting for a daily pullback. All we need is a daily pullback, then we'll be looking down for sales down here. We can even go a little bit lower, if so please. GBP CHF. Okay, we're looking for a daily pullback, not a daily pub. That doesn't make sense, right? Daily pullback, so we just need a pullback close to this AOI. GBP AUD, we're kind of looking for, not even kind of, but kind of looking for GBP AUD. We're just looking for a daily pullback. We want to see a daily pullback, then we'll be looking for buys. We already had our shift of structure. Okay. Take this off. We're looking for buys. Our take profit is going to be up here. Okay. Oops. There we go. NZD USD. We're going to be waiting. We're waiting for our shift of structure actually, because we just had a shift of structure, so we need another one. Our take profit will be up there. USD JPY, which we already talked about. USD JPY, right? It may be a little bit closer. This is a pair that I wasn't going to trade, but you know, it will be close as soon as we get this daily shift of structure. We'll be down here, but we still got about 100 pips that's tradable. You know what I mean? It's still tradable. 100 plus more pips that are tradable. So I'll wait for that daily shift of structure. I'll monitor it. This might be a cool little trade. It might be a good little trade just to make some money off of. So I'll pass the challenge. So we'll keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to move this up here to accumulation. I'm going to move this up to here to today. All right, so that's for this week. Now today we only got a few. Besides USD ZAR, we have two here for today. NZD JPY, we're waiting for a shift of structure. We're going to be taking buys here, a shift of structure. All we need is that shift of structure right here, and then we'll be taking buys on this pair. And then last but not least, Euro GBP, we'll be taking daily. We're going to be taking buys, but waiting on a daily pullback. We need a daily pullback. We'd love for it to come down a little bit close to this AOI, but if not, then we'll be looking for that daily pullback and just buying within that area for a risk trade. Okay, and then Euro PLN, I placed this back, even though I'm really skeptical of all this daily movement. I placed this back just because it meets the criteria, but I'm very cautious of this trade. I might not even, you know what, I may not even trade this. I might even just read it. You know, I'll just keep it in mind that I'm just very skeptical of the movement here, just because the daily is very messy. So yeah, it's like a lot of price action is just pretty messy since last year. It broke out just this year, you know, at the end of the year, but it was pretty messy. A lot of last year, for almost a whole year actually, it was doing this action. So I'm just very cautious of the movement of Euro PLN. I might not even trade this actually. There's a high probability I will not trade this, but just for educational purposes, I'll keep it in mind because it meets the criteria. Now, everything's in alignment for buys here. We're just waiting for a very clear accumulation there. Actually, I already have accumulation zone here, so we just need to see a break here. I won't even put an alert here. I just want to see that it breaks and follows. All right, so those are my trades for this Sunday. Today is June 15th, 2025, June 15th, 2025, and this is my Sunday breakdown. All right, peace, be profitable. Remember, indifference is the difference. Be prosperous.